speaking on what needs to be done only goes so far. I feel like I can't do enough just speaking into this camera. I mean, I can redefine who I am and come to understand who I am. But as far as solving the human tragedies that are taking place across the globe, I just feel like I'm not doing enough. There's so much more that we could do. And my heart's propelling me into action. But it seems like I'm encased by a question mark on my motives are meeting obstructions, poverty and starvation and homelessness. These are so unnecessary, and we can take proper measures to eradicate these. I think there should be no need if the world wasn't dictated by monetary aspects, but yet what is held in the heart and the self and how you treat one another, then these people, if it wasn't dictated in money, but how you live and the circumstances in which you reside in, if that was based on your moral standing and how you treat others and what's in your heart, then I think there'd be a totally different hierarchy of hierarchical structure, where these people would not be on the bottom of the food chain, so to speak. This needs to be addressed, and I know it's been addressed for centuries. People argue that there has to be the lowest of classes in order to sustain certain levels of democracy, but this is totally just a construct of the mind, and it has no meaning. Emotion isn't enticed out of me easily, and I feel like I could almost cry just seeing pictures of humans suffering and laying on the street and not given the proper avenues to advance and progress within society. And never, if they can't even have the basic necessities to survive within the physical context, how are they ever supposed to get the spiritual necessities that have to be present to usher in ascension? How can these people, they don't even have a chance? And those who do have a spiritual foundation living in these conditions, I can't even imagine where you draw your strength from and your courage. My heart goes out to you, and I need a proper avenue. I need focus and direction to know how I can eradicate these problems and how I can be useful and helpful towards my fellow man and woman in eradicating these things. There's so many social barriers to the self-becoming, and we need to break down these barriers so that people will be comfortable and able to sustain a certain level of existence within the physical reality and the physical existence, so they can work on the spirit, and we can all congregate as one human entity, and not these divides of culture and class and different interpretations of what's happening around us, different perceptions, how we perceive the homeless, addicts, all these people as less than. This is a mode of the ego, and it has no meaning. What does this mean? Why do we look down? Why do we look down upon these people and in such a destructive context, like they're helpless? They're not helpless. There's just certain social barricades to people venturing out and being able to have the proper avenues to channel their ingenuity and channel what they have inside their being to help them and help their families. I think we all need to have one stage, one level where people are. There can't be multi levels where people are in different classes, and the social definitions are so prevalent. We reward things, money. We reward. Just look at who's famous in the United States, and what do these people bring? There is no meaning to. I mean, of course, I'm generalizing. There are a lot of people with money that do good things, but I'm saying the money aspect should not dictate how we view an individual. If there's somebody on the street, we need to help them in any way we can. If there's people suffering or starving, we need to give them food and resources. We need to equip them with the knowledge. But that's not even enough, because I mean, everyone could have the access to the internet and access to certain individuals who can guide them and reestablish their existence. But like I said, there's barricades to even having this knowledge. There's barricades to even utilizing it in a manner that's going to take them out of the conditions that they live in. Just my heart is shattered today, and I feel broken because we are all one, and my fellow man and woman on the street or suffering. We need to act. I want them to know that they're not alone, that I will stand with you across the globe. Any of those who are victims of oppression, of repression, those who are suffering from starvation and poverty, I personally take a vow to you that I will do everything in my power to eradicate these barriers to becoming. And I'd like to set up and organize some type of campaign, perhaps fostered from YouTube, that we can truly make a difference in the world today. There's been so much dialogue on how to bring this about and how to, manifest this. But that's only speaking. We need to take the initiative so that not another person dies of starvation. No more people in Africa and Darfur are raped and murdered. No more people in Iraq are killed and their families torn apart, and just the strife is just tearing at their souls and ripping them apart. There's no time for humanity to flourish within these contexts. We need to become aware, and awareness is not enough. With our awareness, we need to act. I ask that you congregate with me in this knowledge, and please, any suggestions or any avenues that you are aware of to begin this process, then I ask for your help, and I ask that we stand united in this cause.